Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to another edition of Getting Blue. I'm Steve Fall. On today's edition, we're talking about the good, the bad, the what the heck moments of SmackDown. At the end of the show, I hand out a prestigious award, the most valuable entertainer. Let's start with the what the heck, because Sasha Banks and Naomi have been stripped of the women's tag team titles. Apparently, they were a huge disappointment to fans across the world. That's what they said on SmackDown. Now we're going to get a tag team tournament to determine a new set of champions. And now, if I have to think about it, there are no tag teams. There are no tag teams. What? Doudrop and Nikki? Okay. You broke up Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. The Iconics laid off, a year and a half ago? What do we have? Zelina and Carmella, they were champions. Now they're not on TV, but they're feuding or something like that. There are no women's tag teams. What, Natalya and Shayna Baszler? Whoop-de-doo! Nobody wants to see that. So now we have a set of tag team titles that don't need to be anywhere. If anything, they should just say, you know what we're going to do? The NXT women's tag team titles and the women's tag team titles on the main roster are going to be meshed together. And we're going to have one set. It's going to be Toxic Attraction, and they can come on Raw, and they can come on SmackDown. That's what we wanted. But no, instead we got this weird scenario. We'll see how it all goes down. Moving on, though, let's talk to... Who am I talking to? I'm talking to me. Let's talk about the good of SmackDown. Max Dupree. LA Knight is now on SmackDown, but he's Max Dupree. It's just fun to say. It's fun to say. And of course, everyone online is like, oh my God, they changed LA Knight's name to Max Dupree. Remember when he was Eli Drake and he came to NXT and he was LA Knight? And everyone's like, oh, LA Knight, terrible name. And then you got used to it. When he's on SmackDown now and he's Max Dupree, and everyone's like, it seems that every time the WWE does anything that the masses don't approve of, it's always the same reaction. They ruined him. Really? Because Pete Dunne turning into Butch didn't hurt him at all. He's doing well. Raquel Rodriguez versus Raquel Gonzalez. Guess what? She's doing well on SmackDown, defeating Shotzi Blackheart. So everyone, let's pump our brakes just for a second. And realize that sometimes the name change isn't the end of the world. It seems that anytime the WWE does anything, it doesn't even matter. They could give you the best match in the world, and people will be like, well, it could have been better. Blah. Get out of here with that. So I think the good is having Max Dupree on SmackDown. You know why? Because I like managers. I love them. But now he's in charge of a male modeling agency. And I know there's going to be people that were in the Retribution are going to be here. Maybe Mansoor can be here. At least people who weren't on TV are not going to be utilized. Would you rather them be in catering and you say they should go somewhere else and be treated better, or give them an opportunity? And guess what? They're getting an opportunity. Okay. Also the good, like I mentioned before, Raquel and Shotzi Blackheart. I love Shotzi forever. Shotzi, but unfortunately she lost. And a very quick match too. I wasn't a fan of that. I was not a fan of the quick match. I love Shotzi so much. And Raquel, they're trying to make her seem like this underdog, where last week she lost to Ronda. This week she beat Shotzi. We'll have to see. They did show everyone backstage watching Raquel win, though. You had Natalya and Shayna, Xia Li, who I'm so happy to see on TV again. Aaliyah. So at least everybody that wasn't wrestling was seen backstage doing something. And something is better than nothing. Right? Also, Shinsuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn had a banger of a match to kick off the show. I was a little upset, though, because you could clearly tell that Pat McAfee was doing something crazy, like climbing. Michael Cole's like, what are you doing? They didn't show it. And I think they didn't want to show it because maybe they don't want Pat McAfee to get over versus Nakamura's entrance getting over. So I can see that being a problem, but at the same time, you could hear all this, this noise in the background. Like, oh. And apparently, Pat McAfee was doing something fun and cool, and we didn't get to see it. I actually should be my bad, right? I guess so. Also, Paul Heyman gave me a retweet. So thank you so much, Paul Heyman, for your retweet tonight during SmackDown. I suggested that Paul Heyman needs to start reading Dr. Seuss books on Audacity, and I would pay for that. I know my kids would absolutely love it. Red fish, blue fish, acknowledge Dr. Seuss. Acknowledge the cat in the hat, sir. My tribal chief, I will do anything for you. I will not go there. I will not go there. I will not go here anywhere. I love Paul Heyman to pieces. So him acknowledging me allows me to acknowledge you, Paul Heyman. Thank you for that. Let's move on to the bad of SmackDown. Mr. Happy Corbin, you don't seem very happy. You know why? Because you destroyed the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal trophy. Does that mean that maybe next year when WrestleMania, we will not have an Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal trophy because Corbin destroyed it? But guess what? That thing's been destroyed before. But in reality, I wish they would sell a life-size version of this Andre the Giant trophy, because it's not that big, you know, the Andre statue part of it at least, and have it be made of chocolate. I will peel off the skin of this Andre. It sounds disturbing, but it, you know, and I would eat. It'd be a great Easter present. Put some Easter bunny ears on it, Christmas time, put a little beard on it and a hat. Hello? Am I the only one thinking of ways to make money for the WWE? Because that would make me very happy. But Corbin, you destroyed a trophy that now nobody can win unless they build a new one next year. I think they'll build a new one. Think? Maybe. Also, let's go with the most valuable entertainer here on SmackDown. It's got to go to the Usos. Randy Orton and Riddle have lost their Raw Tag Team titles to the Usos. So now we have undisputed Tag Team champions on SmackDown, the Usos. They deserve the most valuable entertainer. But Roman Reigns decided to beat the living holy hell out of Riddle, because last week Riddle gave Roman Reigns a nice knee to the chin. And I guess the rumors online are the next line of Roman Reigns contenders are Riddle, then Orton, then Drew McIntyre. So we have Hell in a Cell, we got Money in the Bank, we have SummerSlam. But maybe Hell in a Cell somehow will not have Roman Reigns on it. But we could also lead into Money in the Bank Riddle, SummerSlam Orton, and Clash at the Castle Drew McIntyre. So all in all, I thought SmackDown was a fun show. A little weird that Sasha Banks Naomi moment happened, because I know it's a very touchy subject for so many fans. I interviewed Ariane Andrew, formerly known as Cameron, this week, and boy, did she have some things to say about Sasha Banks and one of her good friends, Naomi. She was very passionate, and I respect her opinion on everything she said. But there are fans out there who are very angry at the fact that WWE is telling you one narrative, but we haven't heard the side of Sasha Banks and Naomi yet. And maybe we won't, maybe we will, but all I know is right now on TV, we're going to crown new women's tag team champions at some point. So let's give SmackDown either a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or a thumbs in the middle. Here we go. And 3, and 2, and 1. Yeah, let's go right there. Not all the way thumbs up, but a little bit in the middle. I like SmackDown a lot, but I wish Raquel and Shotzi went longer. I think if you're really trying to establish Raquel as some dominant force, having her just destroy Shotzi needs to not happen. Shotzi needs to be a legitimate contender against Raquel or Ronda or other people. That was weird too. No Ronda. I know Charlotte Flair is injured. But there were a lot of people missing. Drew McIntyre wasn't here as well. So some stars missing. So that's why SmackDown gets this right here. But Max Dupree is here on SmackDown. And I love saying that name so damn much. SmackDown is filled with new talent. Raquel, Max Dupree, and then, of course, my favorite is Shotzi. So we'll see how this all goes down. Folks, thanks for watching another episode of Getting Blue. I've been Steve Fall. Have a wonderful day. And by the way, this coming Monday, I am interviewing AEW's Lance Archer, talking about Double or Nothing, which is coming up very quick. Very quick. But next week, I am all talking to Kevin Nash. I'm talking to Vince Russo. I have a lot of big interviews coming up on NBC Sports Boston. So tune in there. Folks, see ya. Bye. Have a great weekend. Bye.